Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our new exploit on a new planet. And from the looks of it, we might be in some trouble in terms of resources. At least close to the base we don't really have that much, so yeah, hopefully it'll be enough to get things up and running, but we will know quite soon. So, first things first, let's start to get the resources in and do one thing I have planned to do this episode. And that thing is, I want to kind of get this sorted. It's not really an optimal setup in terms that we're using robots. So what if we try and tear all of this down? And then I'll show you what I've planned. So let's remove this, remove these belts. Let's get all up the way, same with these. And then I just kind of want to hook all of this up and get a nice little smelting array up and running. To do that, I really want to set up some new logistic robots. I think one right here will be able to cover what we need. I'll remove that one, give it some power. And then have something like this going. Ooh, we need to connect the power, it seems. So let's just do that very quickly. There we are. I'm missing room. There, missing room. So let's just give it a few more here close to the warp reactor. Or actually up there might actually have been good as well. Let's get one over here to cover the rest. There we are. So now at least have coverage. So let's take our trusty blueprint. That's the upgrade one. We can just go down and grab it and then set up some smelting up top as well. So we have two ways of sorting things out. So what I want is pretty much this setup. And the reason for that is quite simple. I don't want to transport ores all the way down through this and down to the bottom one if we can just grab it close to the base. Then we'll only have the things from far away going down, and I think that might be a better way of using our resources. So let's set up a smelting array. Let's just see how good this will go and how much it can process. That is always the exciting part. So let's go grab some steel furnaces and probably some inserters as well, and then we should be able to get this up and running. Another thing I just want to do is fix this. This is not fast enough, but just a small upgrade like that should hopefully solve the situation of these not supplying fast enough. Looks like it. So back up top again. Just get our own robots to fill them. That is mostly what we need. Let's just grab some of these to take up top, so we can get a nice clean setup up and running. So there we are. A few of these we can put them in as well. Here. Just take all of them. So we at least have some stored up. That means that all of this should work now. We should be able to request coal. Just need to get ourselves some of these and some construction ones. And now we should have a ton of resources being produced up here. That is kind of what I want. And then we can just kind of throw it all down with a few belts. And let's just do it. Could be over here or something like that. Just one in. Let's just make a rudimentary one where we just throw in as much as we can. Right here. We can always fix that a bit in the future if needed. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Get some buffer chests. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'd like for you to request iron and all the other things. Iron plate. Let's get copper plate as well. And yeah, I think that's fine for now. And then give it some power. That'll make iron come down right there. And look, that's right where we can put it in. And that way we have sorted another way of getting resources in. So let's stay with this, and hopefully we can slowly clear this one out. And make room for new resources in. So let's set that up. First things first, let's get a nice good blueprint where we do trees and rocks only. I don't think we had one already. And now we can just kind of do this and clear out all these things that are in the way. And then we can just kind of throw everything in right here. Kind of want coal to go to the bottom one, just because that is a bit easier to manage. So let's try this. That's coal. Yeah, I might be fine just getting these two up and running. And please take you in right down here. And start to get a bit of resources flowing. In this one, we can pretty much take whatever we want as long as the belt can support it. The reason for that is that I'll always be thrown out anyway to the rest of the base. So that's looking good. Let's set up a bit of iron. 1, 2. There we are. And there shouldn't be really anything out over here they can grab. And we can just do this to get a bit more up and running. And it seems I'll probably have to do that with some of these. Since it's inside logistic range, this should sort it out for me. Thank you. Let's take the rest. And now have iron flowing as well. So let's hook this up. Get it all inside. And the rest will just kinda grab the normal way. With our harvest platforms. But there we are. Resources flowing in, resources being filled. And hopefully emptied out. Nice and easily. So here is some of this, because we are getting quite low on what's it called, copper. So hopefully this can give us some. Stone. Oh wait, we have biters attacking. So let's go clear biters. Let's see if we can't find any resources on the planet that would help us out immensely. What I pretty much want as the main one is oil right now. We had that small mistake last episode that I haven't really recovered from yet. So hopefully we can sort that out right now. Let's take a car. Let's go to the west. That's where we saw a few biters coming from. And since they're not evolved any more than they have at this point, we should probably be able to take it out with a car. And a bit of laser. I should probably add some more lasers as well. So where are the biters coming from? Looks like it's up here somewhere. Let's leave some running. Oh, they're coming quite far away from. There it is. Wow, this car is extremely fast. So while things are researching, we're getting resources in. Let's go and see if we can't find anything good. So far we are not really seeing anything. Since I have my teleporters back, I can just kinda... Oh, they are not... What got destroyed? Oh, down there. That is fine. That's just because we have some on the platform. But that does mean we'll have to go a bit to the south. Oh, we have uranium ore. That might not be a bad thing to grab. Let's just clear out the biases first. And hopefully we can find some resources. And let's craft some of these so we don't die. And where is oil or oil? That's, oh, more uranium. We might just be in a situation where it's only uranium out here. But hopefully I can find oil. That would be us hitting the jackpot pretty much. Since that is really what's holding us back. Oh, more copper. That might actually be good to get as well. Could we just... let's try and get something else before we get the copper. Hopefully we can find some oil. One thing I'm also thinking about looking at is what research we have. Right now we're just doing this to stay a bit longer on the maps. Could probably get the beacon. But I don't know how useful it is right now. Since it's not the speed of production we're lacking. It's pretty much the resources. So let's see down here. A bigger platform up top could be good. It's quite cheap. We can add power to it and get more smelting up and running. Yeah, let's just get this one done and get some more room up top. I think that might be quite good. Oh, what is that? A green wire. Not really anything useful. Yet again. That's fine. It's destroyed. So it seems there's no oil. That is actually a bit annoying. At least we haven't found any yet. We are starting to get quite far away. It's all just uranium and things. Oh, that's a huge base. We'll just leave that for now. I don't think the pollution will hit out here anytime soon. So far it just looks like we have uranium, copper, coal, and a small amount of iron. That seems to be what we have to work with. And that is good-ish, but not really what I want. So that might mean we should probably leave this world after we empty out the iron depot. Oh, is that a bigger iron one? That's actually quite a bit of iron, so that's actually not bad. Oh, what is that? I spot a small oil well. Oh. That is actually not bad. Let's just hope that it has more than one. Ooh, that's not a lot of oil. Oh. But that should mean that there should be more oil around here. So let's just leave this for now, and hopefully we can find some more. Since that is kind of what I want. So let's go down south, clear out the biters that are attacking. Luckily they're not as strong as on the other world, so there we are, those are gone. So hopefully you can find some oil instead. So far this actually seems like a pretty good planet. We have all the resources and a very small amount of biters. So that is actually perfect. Oh, go around this way. Now I just need to strike a huge oil pocket. And then we should be golden. Not really anything so far looking promising. It's still just more copper we're finding. I don't want that. I want the oil, please. We're just driving further and further away. This would probably mean that we'll find something good. How's the pollution cloud? It is getting further down, but... oh, that's a chest. Anything good in it? Oh, 12 stacking cylinders, that's quite good. Yeah, so out here it seems like they're getting a bit more numerous in terms of biters. Oh, bigger platform. Let's also get this one. Bigger factory bridges. That means more room. And that's hopefully means that we'll get most of it done. That's going. The rest is fine. This one needs actually not that much. We should probably be able to get it quite soon. But let's just get this one first. Why is there no oil? That is a bit annoying. Because if I find one, I can just teleport back home and get all the oil with us. There we are. That is... Is that good enough? It'll have to be. That'll be good enough. And we'll set up some defense and defend this very, very well. Not like before where we made a huge mistake. Let's put it right here in the middle. And let's go back here and check. Oil out will have to be top left. Going into this one. This will be all barrels. Fill those. Get it in. Please request barrels. And then actually provide it into the network. Yeah, I think this will be good. Because that will really kickstart our production again. And get everything flowing. All of it connected up. You saw I did it right. Move the carpet. There we are. And up to the final one. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way we shouldn't be in any... There we are. That should probably last us the rest of this. Let's put in some speed ones as well. Let's get that up and running. And then we just need to hook up some power. And look at this, guys. I'm not forgetting anything. They're all running. It's going into the base. Let's just go back to make sure. And hopefully that means we will start to fill up the barrels. We are. That means that this will kickstart. That means that... Oh, we're missing coal down here as well. Wow. Always something. So let's get the coal in from over here. I think will be fine. We have a ton. So let's just do this quickly. You can jump. What's happening right here? Could actually just get it out right here. That might actually be better. Let's get the coal in. I like to steal this blueprint. Probably do something like that. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. And tell you to be coal. And here's some power. Not there, right there. Down and in that way. That means that that is going in. That means that we can now just hook up a few like that. We can always fix it a bit later. And then we should be golden. So look at that. We now have coal coming in again, kickstarting that one. We'll have this oil flowing from over here. And then hopefully this issue down here will be sorted very soon. At least this is running as fast as it can now. It has full petroleum. So let's give it a few minutes to stabilize and see if we ain't at a good spot. And look how much room we got up here. And what is that? There's some kind of things in the corner. Well, that's interesting. No idea what it does, but it might be able to connect the rest of these up in just a minute. So So that's looking very good. We'll start to be almost at the outposts, getting things in that way. And these are just flowing nicely. There we are. So should we go look for more oil right now? How's the production looking? Fluids. Getting about 3.3 per minute, and we're consuming all of it. So let's just go for a little drive and grab some more things. The last 10 minutes we are producing 1.5, consuming 1.5. Consuming a bit more copper than we're producing. Consuming as much iron as we're producing. That should be fine. So we might just want some 1.5 million iron. That's actually not bad. Let's just go up here and check if there's anything good out here. I think we are quite good if we can just grab a ton of oil now. Just kind of leave these for now. And just drive back and see if we find anything good. To be honest, it's probably just make some grenades. That way you can go explore, grab... Wow! So it seems the further away you get, the better the items become. That could actually be what happened. Oh, there's one right there as well. That might actually be the case. Yeah, that is actually looking like pretty good items. One thing one of you guys mentioned I could do is take a deconstruct, go in here, whitelist steel chests, and if you use this one, just kind of go across the map. Don't know if you can do it like this. No, but if you do something like that, you should be able to find all the chests you have inside, if there is any. That was a poorly executed attempt, but I think you get the point. Oh, a lot of coal. Not bad. But yeah, let's go back to the base. Let's make sure we have some warp portals before we go anywhere. I don't need to kill that one. We just did anyway. But let's go back and just leave this to itself. Then we can always go explore sometime later down here to the south. So there we are. We have a ton of resources flowing in. Oh, why don't this? This always happens. I get some iron set up, and then we just kind of screw ourselves over with the a platform expansion. Oh, yeah. Nothing new there. Should be able to remove that one with no issues. Should be able to remove those two, remove those, that one. Not really that much, and we probably should throw it on an iron patch somewhere if we want more iron flowing in. In storage we have 20k right now. We have 32 there, and we have 142. Wow, we have a ton of iron. We should probably start to use some of it. Do really? That's just iron for days right here. It seems coal might be one of the limiting factors. Petroleum heavy oil. What are you lacking? Because we have oil flowing in, it just can't keep up with the small amount we are producing. So that is still an issue. But at least we are producing quite a bit. And plastic have caught up now. That means that we're actually starting to build a surplus in in some areas. And that is actually what I love to see. This one is working. How's science looking? We have a surplus of every science except utility. And that's because utility is still being flown into these, I think. Yeah, look, we have 6 and these are 4. So we are actually starting to build up a bit of surplus. We'll just have to set up more low density structures because that most definitely can't keep up. And since this just requires plastic that we have somewhat sorted and the rest, let's do a small upgrade. So look right here, we need 3 to 1. So in theory we should do 3 of these. Takes 20 seconds, takes 20 seconds. So 1, 2, 3. That's the right ratio for those. And then we pretty much need 2 producing right down here. So let's just get 1 more, then we should have what we need. At least somewhat. Let's just do 1 more for the fun of it. Don't think there's any issues doing that. And look, the rest is just filled up nicely. Let's grab these, throw them into our labs. There we go. And the rest of you can just go back into the network. So we're actually getting a ton of resources in, and we're building up quite a lot, to be honest. So it might also be time to add more labs to get this process speed up. Or sped up even. Speed up. Sped up. So should we just add 6 more? So probably move some of this a bit. Oh, I took out our lubricant production. That might actually have been bad. Didn't I use to... Oh, there we are. I thought I was used to going through there. This is limited. That is fine. And the rest is just kind of working now. Okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No, you can't. But yeah. That should be that sorted. That should be low density structure sorted. Let's just get these out from up here. And then what should we do after this one? Flow goes down to... That's pretty good. One of you told me about the warp accumulator. You can pretty much just place it down somewhere. And then it gives you power without needing to drag power poles the whole way. And that's actually quite nice. You could also get these out the way. So many things I want. Could also just get this one done. 10k. To get more belts. I think that could make our life a whole lot easier. Or we can go in... Oh, that's expensive. I'll rather wait with that a bit. Damn. Bullet damage could also be good. Oh, we get the harvest platform size, which is actually quite cheap. So let's get those 2 out the way to be able to pull in more resources. And I need to upgrade our labs a bit. Can we just throw in some more like this? Or will that give us any issues at all? Other than we are not running any lab production. That is actually an issue. Let's just grab you. Put you right here for now. I'd like for you to make labs, please. There we are. So what is lacking? We're down to electronic circuits lacking. So that means we should probably make a new setup like this. But we are in the horrible whole situation that we can't really fit it in anywhere. We are kind of limited in terms of space. I'm just going to look if this levels out at some point. goes down, so it'll probably be in a bad spot quite soon. So that one might be good to get as well. Let's actually get that before, since we need that a lot more. This one to be done with the research, and also got this one just to try them out. Accelerator. Yeah, we can't go down to this one before we get that one. So let's get you out the way as well, because that is needed for more production down here. So research are going, things are filling up nicely. That is kind of what I want to see. Let's also do this. Grab some of these, make ourselves a pair of legs to put into our little thing, and add another laser turret. I don't know if it's needed, but if you have this one of you, should actually be able to fit in 2 if you want it. There we are. And since fusion legs, then we can actually have 1 more pair of legs in here, and then have that. But I think this movement speed might actually be enough. We're moving quite quickly now, and that is actually not. Oh, that's a lot more room. Damn, that gave us quite a bit. So let's figure out what to do with this at a later stage. So with that upgrade, I think this might be a good time to end the episode. We have things flowing in. We have copper, iron, things. Biters are not that aggressive yet, since they live quite far out. So hopefully that means we can stay relatively safe for another episode. And down here we just expanded the area, so that is actually not too shabby. So, as always, please like, subscribe. That will mean the world to me. And then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.